and welcome to NinjaBill Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom Leader Class Galvatron, and he is here with everything that comes with him. There's a lot to talk about with this guy. We'll quick get all this stuff knocked out of the way, but to do that, gotta move him out of the way. So first, it does come with a card. In this case, I've got the Autobot Arc. You can see here, pretty cool. And the sticker is, of course, the Arc. There you go. So that's rather nice. Let's get that out of there. And I've got a bunch of Arcs. Get that out of there. Does come with some instructions, and they're pretty good instructions. You know, they are what they are. So, you know, still pretty cool. Big, huge instruction sheet. So, you know, there you go. That's that, and of course the box, and we'll raise my camera up here to get a good look at this big old box. And here it is. Of course, it has a clear front right here, clear plastic. Figured it comes in robot mode inside. The card comes inside, also like right over here inside on that cardboard inside there. You'll have to make sure to take it out. But yeah, here it is. Great image of Galvatron on the side there. Love it. On the front is his alt mode, and the side is robot mode. Pretty cool. Transformers, Generations, Takara Tomy. Says Galvatron, has the Cybertronic glyphs up there. Transformers Kingdom Warp Cybertron Trilogy. Hasbro 8+. On this side, you have that fantastic artwork going on over there. On the bottom, you got stuff. Mine's pretty beat up. Came that way. Fantastic looking back there where it shows the figures robot mode, his accessory, the matrix and chain, his alt mode, takes 33 steps, and there's the top. Pretty cool. Anyway, get rid of that, and we'll lower the camera back down. Try to make this as quick as possible. And here is Galvatron, and man, oh man, I dig him. He is nice. I mean, wow. That's all I can say is wow, because this is probably the best Galvatron toy we have ever gotten officially, and I just wow. I'm astounded by this. Now, fortunately, with my copy, it has none of the reported issues that others have mentioned in several groups I've looked at online and Facebook and some other places. I have none of those issues. I do have one small issue, but it's easily correctable, and that is that this cannon is a little loose. Just in that port. Works fine in any other port on him. It's nice and tight, but that one for some reason is loose. Like for example, that's nice and tight there. Doesn't move at all. So it's nice, and I'm going to quickly take off all the accessories, and we'll look at the central bot by itself. And we're back, and it does come with several accessories. Here is the cannon right there. It's two colors. Its primary is orange, clear plastic, and then painted over with this sort of another orange on there, and it looks pretty good. Now, I'm not sure, is that paint? That might be paint. So still, all in all, pretty good. And obviously you can attach a blast effect to it. So I wish it came in a color similar to this. I wish it came with a blast effect similar in color to this, because when he blows up Starscream in the movie, the color that came out was very similar to this right here. So I do wish it came with a blast effect in that color. 3D printer guys, Firetox, Larkin, Kaz, if you're watching, make us a Fire Blast, and you know, this color right here. Anyway, moving on. So you have that. Comes with this, which is the rear of the cannon. Pretty cool. You can stick a Fire Blast on there if you want. You can stick that in a port if you want. Has the peg right there, but it's meant to go like this, and so you have the complete cannon, and that looks pretty good. I dig it. Got some silver here, black. There's the peg. I dig it. Comes with this chain and matrix assembly or accessory, and that matrix can come off, and it is just the regular matrix. If you own any of the primes or the Studio Series hot rod, you know what this matrix is, because it came with all of them had one. So you know they're pretty much all the same except different color jewels, so, and slightly different color on the casing. But otherwise, you know, it is what it is. And of course, via that port right there, you can stick it on that peg right there, and boom. Now, I would have preferred this chain to have some paint on it. That would have been nice to have some paint on this, because, you know, paint is cool. I don't know. Anyway, you have that, and it can sit right around his head, like so. And you just sit there. That's all it does, is sit there. Doesn't tab in or anything, but there you go. It also comes with 2 Revenge. They look kind of like the Revenge ships. Got it upside down. There you go. Just molded in a gray plastic, no paint. These would have been nice in a purple, some silver on it as well, but you know, is what it is. But they're still pretty cool. I dig it. I dig it a lot. So they're really nice. But they do need paint. But they got a lot of molded details in it. They do have a lot of molded details in it. So, you know, I like that. And, again, it comes with 2 of them via a port and a tab on either side. They're kind of oddly angled. I'm not sure if my camera's going to pick that up. Yeah, right there. They're kind of at an odd angle. And they just tab together. You match it up on either side. And it has 1 larger weapon. And of course, you can store these on him. In any one of these ports, it will work. Some better than others. You'll have to store it at an angle like that, though. It can't be straight on. Doesn't work. Doesn't really work that way. I mean, kind of does. Or in his hand. Or you can, via those tabs, if you like, right there on his back, and those slots right there, you can store them either facing down. Let me see if I can get this on there. Mine tabs in really tightly. You can have that, or you can have them facing upward again with a slot and a tab there. You can get them in. Come on. Again, mine tab in really tightly, so, but you can have them facing upward. Yeah, hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. Here we are. And it tabs in like so. For some reason, this one was going on really roughly. It didn't want to work. But you can have that, and you can have that either facing up or down, depending on how you want to display him. But you do have options for storage, and we all love options on our toys. And of course, once again, this can fit in any one of his ports, wherever you like it. So, but otherwise, yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy. This is the guy. If you're gonna buy one Kingdom figure, definitely buy the Cyclonus, definitely buy the Scourge, and definitely get this guy, because he is awesome. And we'll take a closer look here. There is the head sculpt, bright red eyes, silver face. I love, love, love that head sculpt. It's just wow. And of course, you've got your, you know, swivel on there. You got a little bit of side to side, a tiny bit up, more down than up. These you can angle at them whichever way you wish to display it. If you want them more out, or you know, like that, totally up to you. Love that Decepticon symbol in that light purple. There's no background color, just color on here. He's got some rough edges, you know, going on here. And they did it right on this figure. Unlike Siege Line, they did it right on this figure. Some purples, some like grays, red and silver on his abdomen. Gray. This moves in and out, although you really don't need it for either mode. I don't know why this is here, because honestly, you don't need it for transformation. It doesn't affect transformation, really. It kind of does, but it depends. Purples, black with that red, inset the knees, some silver, some black down here. I mean, this guy is just amazing. Silver on that black. And what you're supposed to do is, via those tabs, you're supposed to tab it into that port right. These tabs that are right there are supposed to go into that port right there. You know, but on this one at least, it doesn't. Oh, there it goes. And the same, you can do the same thing on this side. Just tab those in, and that's how it's supposed to sit. This will still move freely, but you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. For articulation on the arms, you've got. Whoops! I untabbed it. Mine is. There we go. I didn't have it tabbed in properly. Is my problem. That's my fault, not the figure's fault. So anyway, you've got a great range of motion on that shoulder, all the way up, all the way around. You do have, if you untab this is why I say leave it untabbed, don't tab it in, is you have a swivel there, but if it's tabbed in, you have no swivel. Untab that one as well. Great range on that elbow. Just an in and out on that wrist. I wish it would have had a wrist swivel, but I guess it does have a wrist. Okay, I just learned something new. It has a wrist swivel. I dig it. Does have a waist swivel. Doesn't really have an ab crunch per se. These will get up and move around and out of your way, mostly for transformation, but you can get all the way out, all the way forward, almost all the way back. I say we give it to them. You do have a nice range, 90 degrees on that knee. No real up or down on the feet, but you do have a nice rocker. So, you know, it's got everything you want. You do have down on his heel spurs, but, you know, you can have them either out or in. Instructions say out, so they're out. But otherwise, yeah, he's brilliant. I mean, he's brilliant. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I'm not going to show the transformation off on here, but well, I may. I don't know. I just like it. Oh, I forgot to talk about. He does have a thigh swivel built in up there as well on a hidden mushroom joint. You see the mushroom peg there, but it's hidden. Thankfully, there is not much waffling. You got that space right there. But otherwise, yeah, he's pretty there's not a lot of waffling going on here. Even on the back, look at that. Everything has a place to go. It's all filled in, except, you know, there's some bits right there. But, I mean, come on, that isn't bad. That is not bad at all. There is some waffling on the back of his shoulder, as you can see here. But, you know, it's not bad. It's just not bad. I like this guy. He's just... Galvatron. This, I gotta tell you, this in many ways is so much better than any of the Megatron figures we've gotten. So this is leagues above it. Leagues above it. I'm not kidding even in the slightest bit. This guy is the Galvatron to get. So I'll be right back with the alt mode. So it's cannon mode. All right, to start off. I guess I'm going to do the transformation. I wasn't going to do it, but come on, tab. First thing you do is swing in those fists. You'll see tab right there, slot right there, and you'll tab that in. And on mine, it tabs in really solidly. Then what you're going to want to do is move this around. And this does have some articulation. And it is just going to sit like this. You'll see this, and it will go into a channel in here. There is a tab in there, but it doesn't tab into anything. There's nothing there. See that? But there is a tab right there, but they don't tab in. It don't tab in at all to anything. So, kind of a useless tab to have. But at any rate, you do that. Move this. Again, see? Tab right there, but nothing to tab into. So, or no slots to tab into. But you have that if you want it. Okay, so you got that. And I always start out with the upper section before I move to the lower section. The reason is because it's just so much easier to get all this done before you work on the legs. It's up to you. Some people may want to untab here just to get that out of the way. But all you do really is untab it. This tabs into that tab. That's a slot. and you swing this up on a double joint, and you want to swing it around like so, and there is a slot that is the tab. And you know, it's up to you if you want to do it in this early stage or not, but for me, really, I leave it till the end. And again, all my tabs are really solid. Everything tabs in solidly. There's no janking, no looseness, no nothing except for this. And this has popped off once on me because I pushed too hard on it. So otherwise, I really don't get why that is there. They could have just left it off, but still it's fine. There's some molded detail in here, and oh, so much molded detail on this guy. So much molded detail everywhere you look. I forgot to show from the back. This I would have liked to have been able to tab in up here, because otherwise it moves freely. It's easy to bump it, but I forgot to show the back. That looks really, really good. Really, really good. Anyway, so then what you're going to want to do is, once you got that step done, go ahead and bring these arms up and out of your way for now. Then what you're going to want to do is untab this from the back. There is a peg there, port there, that's where it tabs into. Go ahead and come over here, untab the arms, swing this out like this, so it's sitting just like that. Do the same thing, tab, slot. Do the same thing over here, so it's sitting like that. That's basically the orientation you want while you're transforming it. Do the same thing here, swing that out, boom, just like so. Then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and swing these up. Well, you can leave it there for now, it doesn't matter. Alright, untab from here, there's a section where it tabs in. You'll see that slot there, this tab here. And here comes the somewhat difficult part. There is a double joint in here that you want to move. On mine, it's really tight, but there is a double joint there. And it's kind of hard to do. Oh, I'm missing a step. Go ahead and move this up and out of the way again on a double joint. Get that out of your way. Swing this around. Again, it's kind of hard. Swing it around. On mine, everything is so tight. Swing it around. Everything is just so tight. Come on, swing it around. Swing it around. There we go. Everything on mine is nice and tight, and I appreciate that. Sure, it makes transformation harder, but it's nice and tight. Back here, you're going to want to pop this open. And again, on mine, tabs in really solidly. And then what you're going to want to do is this entire front section will fold up, folding the head and the neck into this space here. So you're going to want to fold that up. Again, everything tabs in nice and solid. There we go. Tabs in down there. Fold that in. And you're going to want to leave it just like this. Some people will tell you to turn that head around. I recommend you don't. So let me move this down a bit. There we go. But I recommend you leave the head like that. Go ahead and fold this down so it sits just like this. Go ahead and then close this up and tab it together. And again, mine tabs it really solidly. Getting it out is more of a hassle than you might realize. Alright, so you have a pin joint here and a joint there. You're going to want to move that out and down on all those joints so it sits just like, there we go, just like this. So that's straight, facing like that. And then what you're going to want to do is take this section right here. It has a double joint, and fold it up. This section right here. See that tab? There's a slot there. I wish that did that in the robot mode, but it doesn't. So tab that in. Go ahead and then on this double joint back here, fold that over. And that will, on a double joint, fold it over just like that. And that will soft tab into place. And you have to have that into place. Now comes where the legs come in. You're going to want to move them back. Move them back just out of your way for now. You don't want to do anything more than that. Take these sections here, rotate them. Yes, rotate them out. And what you're going to want to do is, on this section here, untab it, fold it outwards. Am I doing this right? I can't remember. Hold on. Yeah. Well, I was about to mess up. So you want to fold this section, these sections, and they're going to sit like that. Just like that. Then on these joints here, you're going to want to swing this down, and this, there is a hook tab, actually, is what it is a hook tab, and I'm not sure you can see it. It is right there. There's a hook tab that's going to tab into this slot right there. You see that slot right there? And it will tab right into that. And once you get everything lined up properly, it will tab in. There is a tab there that goes into the slot there, and everything should hopefully work out. And yeah, this is the most difficult part of the transformation for me, is lining everything up, because you really do have to have everything lined up. I forgot to. Now you got to work on the feet. So untab that, move it back, and tab it in the proper position. Move this back, tab it in the proper position. Boom, like so. Then what you're going to want to do is, I did it wrong. I shouldn't have spun that waist like that. I shouldn't have spun the waist like that. That was my mistake. I haven't looked at the instructions. I've done this freehand, so be right back. All right, we're back, and it's in the proper orientation. You're going to want to do two things here. First is you're going to want to flip out this section right here, and on mine it's a really tight joint. Again, I am so happy that I have tight joints rather than loose joints, but it does make things a bit difficult. You don't actually have to flip this section out yet. You can go ahead and leave that section till last, but you are going to want to tab slot and tab that all together, as it will fit in here. Tab slot, get it all together, and kind of easier said than done. There we go. Get everything tabbed together. This will sit just like this. There is a couple of tabs here. It'll go in the slots up there, and that will tab in, and everything will sit tight just like that. Like I said, you can worry about this section in a minute. Now, as I was saying up here, what you're going to want to do is this section, these sections right here, they were sitting like this, right? So you're going to want to fold them out and fold them forward, so it sits just like that. Then go ahead and take these, and with those hook tabs, again, this little hook tab, which will go into a slot right there, you're going to want to fold this down. Make sure to keep this out of the way. It will get in the way a little bit. And this section will tab into the shoulders, just like so. And then what you want to do is not tabbing that in yet. Again, I've been freehanding it. On mine, it's a really tight fit. Hopefully on yours it is as tight fit as well, but you're going to want to slot that hook tab in so it sits just like that. Go ahead and slot, tab that in, and it'll look like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Get everything orientated properly, and again, slot that in. It's a hook tab. Again, it's not a regular tab, it's a hook tab. Got a bit of an angle on it, and it will actually not tab in but slide into that slot I showed you. Pull that out. Again, there is that slot right there. Let me bring it in. You see that right there? Well, that hook tab that is right there, you see that hook tab right there? Yeah, that my thumb is touching. It will slide into that slot. Not push in, slide in. That's how you know you're doing it right, is you slide it in, and that will lock everything in, and it will look just like that. Tab that together. That is how it's supposed to look. There you go. It wasn't a perfect transformation sequence, you know, but angle these down however you wish. So you have that out. Again, these do have a bit of rotation on them, so that's nice. And finally, what you're going to want to do, obviously, is you pull this apart here. This section will go back here, just like so. Boom. Sits there just like that. You don't have to have it on there. I put it on there. I think it looks pretty cool. Then what you're going to want to do is place the Canon port peg. Boom. Orientate that however you like. And there he is in his general alt mode. Finally, what you're going to want to do with these legs is go ahead and just push here and pull down simultaneously, just like that. They do tab in, and there you have his rear section. You can have it sitting just like that, and I'm telling you, this is a fantastic Galvatron. You can move these independently. It does have this section here that folds down. I mean, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I dig it. It's fantastic. And of course, you can, I bumped my camera, take this via that slot right there, that tab right there. You can put all of his accessories on here, tab that into place. That sits there just like that. Look at that. And finally, you can take these using those tabs right there, those slots right there. You can attach the Revenges. I'm not sure which that is, or just one of them up here if you want. It's totally up to you, but I like to have them like that, and there you go. And wow, just wow. Again, there's a reason why I don't do transformation sequences in videos anymore, because I suck at it. But hopefully this will have helped you out and get you on the right path to have him. Hopefully the copy you get is as good as mine is, and believe me, I am so happy to have found a good one. He just looks fantastic. I mean, look at that. The colors, the general shapes, got little wheels here and here for rolling, and he does roll. There, you can angle this however you wish. If you want it like that, you can do that. I mean, it's kind of you can kind of do his, handheld, gun mode. I don't care for it, so I'm not going to show it off here, but, you can do that. Again, you can stick blast effects in there. Again, I wish, I had purple ones. Best I can do is a pink one here. I mean, so, still pretty kind of close to how it looked in the movie, kind of, except more this color. I mean, if it was more this color, I think that would look so much better. Again, you 3D printing guys, get busy. But still, it's wow. I mean, wow. Just looks fantastic, and I like it a lot. Some people don't like how thick this is. I don't care. They don't like how it looks so empty back here. Again, I don't care. I think it's great. I forgot to show off all the molded detail that's inside here. There is molded detail even on the inside of this cavity here. There's just a lot of molded detail here. They actually spent some money on this figure, and I'm really happy for it. I wish these were silver to match this, but it does have some red paint on there. It looks really good, okay? There's just nitpicky things that I could complain about, but I'm not going to, because this looks fantastic. So anyway, this has been my look at Kingdom Leader Class Galvatron, and I highly recommend it. I'm probably going to paint up these ships, weapons, probably paint up that chain, but otherwise I think he's fantastic. There's just little details I think are missing, paint, little bits of paint here and there I think are missing, but otherwise I think it's perfect. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Make sure you click that like button. Definitely click subscribe button if you've not already. Check out my playlist. If you have the means to do so, please click my Patreon link below and join my Patreon. It'll really help out the channel, help me keep bringing you excellent figures like this, and other figures that are not so excellent, like this. We'll talk about this guy. This guy I like. Anyway, so that's about it, and stay safe, stay healthy, be good to each other.